Um, I apologize for the quality of this picture, this video. As I said yesterday, I'm having software issues with OBS and Skype because I'm once I figure everything out, I'll be able to add videos for references on this channel, and I'll be able to do things like go on live stream interviews with other people, and that's what I'm planning to do. And I want to go and improve the quality of this channel. So anyway, um, I want to talk about force to vote because the reason I want to talk about force to vote is that with all the drama that's been going on lately about all these personalities, I decided that it's best to just maybe take a break from it unless something super relevant, takes place that's beyond what we all kind of know right now. So, um, I think that we should reflect on policy because policy is key to what we need to do in order to get what we want and what we need for our society. So, without really mentioning names of online leftists who are at each other's throats these days, talking about the famous ones, let's go focus on policy. And that's what I want to talk about, force to vote. I hope to God that we never, ever decide to never go with to just basically to have a place at the table so the leadership can just throw crumbs at us and we'd be grateful. I don't want that shit. I want to be aggressive. I mean, in other words, while I am not a Bolshevik, I have that inner Bolshevik energy that just wants to take these corporate Democrats and just take it from them instead of them just controlling the agenda. We do a hostile takeover. We do a hostile takeover. We take no prisoners. That means holding them hostage. And that means forcing the vote until we get what we need, whether it's the $15 hour minimum wage, whether it's Medicare for all, or student debt forgiveness, or what have you, Green New Deal legislation, federal jobs guarantee, that sort of thing. We need to let them know that we're not wimps, we're not pushovers, and I'm just tired of year after year after year, um, waiting for something that could um, basically um, uh, the catalyst that will start what we need to get done. In other words, and it's frustrating that right now we're in a precarious situation where we could have done this. I don't. Will we have gotten Medicare for all if we would have done force a vote? Well, I can tell you, we didn't do force a vote. We don't have Medicare for all now. We don't even have a public option now. While I think a public option is far less than what I want, if we would have done force a vote in the middle of this damn pandemic, we would have vote shamed some of these asshole politicians, perhaps even from both parties, to either do Medicare for all at the most optimistic and at the and a realistic positive outcome that's less than Medicare for all, and it's certainly what I don't want as far as the final outcome, but I would accept it for the time being, is a public option which could potentially lower Medicare requirements down to 55 or even 50, which would be a freaking start. But as I said, some of these politicians and some of these talking heads are thinking, no, we play nice and we're not too aggressive and we're meek and humble. toward the Democratic leadership, well, maybe they'll just pat us in the head and give us what they want. It doesn't work that way. It's never worked that way. You know why you know why forced to vote works? Because even though the left, our elected left wing individuals in Congress are too chicken shit and too much of a wuss to go with forcing the vote, you got assholes like Joe Manchin of West Virginia. And yeah, he's a fucking asshole. And you got assholes like Kirsten Sinema of Arizona. She's a fucking asshole. And they have used force to vote to extract and mold legislation to their liking. And it's worked for them. And as I said, it is very frustrating that right now, with all the progress that's been made with this mm, re-energized left, we get to a point where we're plateauing, and if we plateau too much, we're going to start taking steps backwards, and we're going to be in the wilderness again. We're barely out of the wilderness right now, and we have a chance, to do this. Because let me tell you, I am getting kind of pessimistic about the year 2022 with the elections. And if the freaking Republicans take back the House and they kind of have the Senate with these two Democratic assholes like Manchin and Sinema, if they get back the House and they get back the Senate, I mean, the progressive movement is fucked. And I urge our elected progressives to stop with this enabling of corporate Democrats. They're our enemies too. And you got to take no prisoners. You got to take no prisoners. If not, we're fucked. We are genuinely fucked. And I do not want to step back into the Reagan era. I do not want to step back into the George Bush senior era or the Bill Clinton era or the George W. Bush era. I don't. That's where we're headed back to. If the very best of our elected officials are not willing to put up a fight. These are my words, and these are my thoughts right now. If you like what you heard, press like and comment. If you disagree, comment anyway. We'll have a conversation. Feel free to share the content on this channel. As a First Amendment absolutist, it's my duty to inform you to go and create your own platform and utilize it, because we're all the muckrakers of our time. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're kept up to date with hard-hitting social democratic commentary by yours truly, American Social Democracy. That's better. And until next time, I am American Social Democracy. Peace. Class struggle yesterday, class struggle today, class struggle tomorrow, and class struggle until we achieve full economic and social justice in our time.